Church of the Nativity in North Raleigh, and welcome. I, on Sundays, always imagine things and think about the service and the worship and our time together here for the rest of the day and on through the rest of the week. So this is my Monday morning recap, if you will. Some thoughts about what happened yesterday or where my mind has been since then. And welcome to those who were at Nativity for the first time on Sunday yesterday. It was really great to see you. I hope we see you again. I hope I have opportunity to meet you if I didn't have a chance to meet you yesterday. We're really, really glad that you are here. So I was thinking yesterday, I shared that this has been a really fantastic Advent for me. It's just been wonderful. I like Advent anyway. Most priests do. Something about the telling people to slow down and be quiet and attend to their prayer life. Definitely themes that most priests are interested in. So Advent is a special time, but this Advent has been particularly rich for me, as I shared yesterday. And I've been thinking more about that and about just the basic practices that I think help all of us, because I confessed actually that I don't always feel the richness of my prayer life, or there are times that I'll have some dry spells and not intellectually. I will know that God is present. Yes, I read all these books. I went to seminary. I know these things, but to truly know that God is near, to truly feel that God is present, honestly, it comes and goes, and I think it does for everyone. And I think what's tough is that if we don't feel it, we're inclined to say, dismiss it, I don't need to keep praying, I don't need to keep doing my spiritual practices, God clearly isn't here for me, what's going on, or just to let him go. But what I think is interesting about having a ritual of prayer or having a spiritual practice is that you do it even when you don't feel it. And that's very countercultural. You don't hear that in our culture. We're inclined to, if something's not working, stop, try something else. And certainly in our prayer life, if you've been reading the daily office or if you've been reading the Psalms and that's not working for you anymore and you want to try something else, you want to try contemplative prayer or you want to go a different direction, that is fine. But don't stop praying. Don't stop taking time to be with God and to seek God. Maybe you need to read a book. Maybe you need something else. Maybe you need to be outside and take a walk and go and be in nature to find God again. But we don't stop. Same thing with Sunday morning, I think. There are plenty of mornings when we climb out of bed and where we'd lay there in bed thinking, do I really need to go to church? And yes, even if we don't feel it, I think we get here and something amazing happens. And maybe we don't feel it, but we were here, and being here, showing up, being present counts. And honestly, I think that that's what God wants from us, to show up, to be present, because God is always there, whether we are feeling it, whether we're experiencing it, whether we're tapping into it, God is present. So those are my thoughts for today, and I really, truly, sincerely hope and pray that all of you have a daily prayer ritual. And if you don't, and if you need help with that, I am more than happy to help. David is more than happy to help. George is more than happy to help. A number of people here can help point you in the right direction or give you some ideas to get started. But it's not just Sunday morning. It is the daily encounters that we have with God that nourish us and fulfill us and keep us going so that we can, as I said yesterday, ooze into that feeling of knowing that God is near. What do you do to feel the presence of God? What does your spiritual practice look like? Or do you need some ideas? I would love to hear from you. please let me know. If you'd like to hear the sermon from yesterday or even the week before, George's sermon 2 weeks ago, which was excellent, please go to our webpage, nativityonline.org, and you can hear previous sermons and you can see what else we're up to. Also, go to Instagram, Nativity Baton. That's Nativity Baton, and see other images of Advent and where people are feeling the presence of God in their daily life. Signing off. See you later.